arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play action. Now Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got some space here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Off play action, Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 21 yards for Breece Hall. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Flowers going to go in motion right.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Zay Flowers. 37 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable, usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
On the draw, it's Hall.
Yeah, great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Fields going to run, and he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Fields now to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Ravens' 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. A give, running right is Hall.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him to first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Running left, it's Hall.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Jackson now. That's going deep for Bateman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So out now come the Jets.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's Fields.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York.
And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Here's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
40 yards for Derrick Henry.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And Lazard's got it again. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't
there?
have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. And nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Ooh, with a juke. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Fields going to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Paul want to give up the middle. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 107 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit. He tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Hall again.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on comes the field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
Folk's kick is good.
And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
45-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he works free. Still going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 55 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Jets. First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, New York.
Off play action. Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
Fancy footwork at the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, nice move. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Give to Hall running right.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Shifts by him, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Jets.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
They'll go again with Hall.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. Here's a give to Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
To the air again, Fields. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Taylor. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Mason Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
35, Ravens 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Ball again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 20.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They'll give to Hall. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, here's Fields. Throw right side, Wilson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
In motion right is Wilson. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson now.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Jackson.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A first down carry for Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now it's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
A shotgun snap, Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Wester on the return.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Ravens offense back out there. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They begin with Henry.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A short throw caught by Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Running from the gun with Henry.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes second down and 5.
On the counter, it's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Throwing, Jackson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
At the Ravens' 42-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here's Fields. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 7, 23 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Now Jackson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They're going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
20-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Jackson to throw. To Henry. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jackson. Now he's free at the 35.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, it's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game.
35.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.